Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 93 of my modded Minecraft Let's Play series. And I just made myself a 4K ME storage cell, and boom! Finally. Okay, I was really getting tired of having this maxed out situation going on over here. Although this guy's sitting at 62 out of 63, generally speaking, this was maxed, and it was exceptionally annoying. So, now that it has been upgraded a bit, hooray! Hooray, hooray! Get on with the episode, because I've got some cool stuff I plan to craft this episode. If we remember from the previous episode, we ran into a little bit of a snag in regards to the absence of the Apiarists pipe. It's gone. It's gone, boys. If you've been playing modded Minecraft for any significant amount of time, and you're familiar with forestry, you'll know that a pipe called the Apiarists pipe was added to Buildcraft by Forestry. Like, it was a Buildcraft pipe, but it was from Forestry. Like, yeah, okay, so the Apiaries pipe no longer exists. It was a pipe that allowed us to manipulate where we wanted bees to go and where we wanted their products to go. So whenever a bee completes, as we know, they give yourself some honeycombs, you get some common drones, you get some princesses, or you get some drones, you get some princesses, and then you get their product, which could be combs or other things. Some bees produce other things besides just combs. So what you would use the Apiarist pipe for is to make sure that the princess would go back into her apiary along with at least one drone, and then all the rest of her her product would then be sent down the line. Now all of that would be managed by one single Apiarist pipe, because it had all the different options to choose what went where and all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, that is now gone. I guess it's depreciated. It's no longer useful. I mean, there are a lot of other methods that we can use, like the diamond pipe would be the next option, and would be the option to use if, for example, you didn't have the necessary materials to make the Apiaries pipe, which is why we got the tropical drone. The tropical drone was originally going to be in charge of producing propolis for us. I think it's called sticky propolis. Yeah, he was going to produce sticky propolis for us, which then would be turned into regular propolis. Again, all the forestry recipes are still broken, unfortunately. But yeah, the sticky propolis would be turned into regular propolis. I think it's just, yeah. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of different kinds. See, you also get propolis from a watery propolis, or from watery bees as well. But yeah, then we would get the regular propolis, and then this propolis is actually used for a lot of different things. It's a pretty useful thing to have. Like, we only have these two listed right here, unfortunately. You can get slime balls from it. And bituminous peat, which, forestry stuff, pretty cool. But yeah, like, there's a lot of different things that you need propolis for, and one of them was the Apiaries pipe, which is gone. So if you're wondering why I'm explaining all this, it's because that was my original plan, which has been kind of thrown into the wind. But that is okay. That is all right. That is why I added Gendustry to my... Well, actually, I guess I didn't add it. It was already in the pack. But that's why we're going to use Gendustry. This episode, we're not going to dive too deep into Gendustry. We're more just going to skim the surface in regards to the industrial apiary. Oh yeah, we're going to use a lot more of this stuff going on, moving on into the future. Like, we're probably going to use just about all of these machines in the future. But for now, we just need the industrial apiary. And we only need about 3 of them. Because I went through and gathered a whole bunch of bees. We still have our tropical bees. We still have our common drones, which actually aren't going to sit out here in the open. I'm going to take the common drones, and they're going to be a part of my genetic stuffs. So we got our forest princess in there. Although I can go ahead and get them breeding again. There's no problem with that. Forest, and I went out and grabbed more modest queens. I grabbed some water stuff. I found some water bees, which was cool. The first hive I broke only had a princess. No drone. So I had to fly around even more and find one with a drone, which was a pain. Oh, I also went ahead and grabbed the Meadows princess, which is good, because we did not have a princess. We had a bunch of Meadows drones, no princesses. So now we have a Meadows princess. Cool. So we basically have, like, the base bees. I think, honestly, you only really need the meadows, forest, and I would say the jungle or the water, because they produce propolis. Because even though we aren't going to use the Apiaries pipe, you still do want to have propolis, because it is still used for quite a few things in forestry. I don't think it's really used too much for Gendustry, but just keep that in mind if you're playing on just a pack with forestry. You will need to use that propolis for lots of different things. And if you are just playing with just forestry and no Gendustry or Ender.io or any other pipes, you would probably want to use the diamond pipe to move your bees around from Buildcraft. Because I don't think there's any other way to move stuff around in forestry without Buildcraft. But yeah, diamond pipes would work. So anyway, what are we going to do today? Like I said, we need to make some of these industrial apiaries. A little bit of a long intro to get us started, but it's okay. Industrial apiaries. There we go. We need to make this industrial apiary. I also would really like to set up the habitats for each one of these hives. Because I want like a little habitat for the Meadows Queen, a little habitat for our Modest Queen. Obviously, so our Modest Queen will work. We'll have to make an industrial apiary for this guy, though. Little habitat for my forest drone. The common drone I'm going to take and put over here, and I'm going to put something else there. I'm not sure what yet. And then our tropical queen is also going to need her own industrial apiary. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to make 3 industrial apiaries. 1 for each of those 2 guys. And then I'm going to have 1 for my personal use. Now, in the future, we'll more than likely switch to a pure industrial apiary like setup. But for now, just the regular apiaries are fine, because these industrial guys need power, while the regular apiaries work all on their own. So what is this going on over here? I should add, I want to do kind of cool, interesting kind of habitats for each one of these bees, where each habitat kind of represents the bee. I thought I repaired this. To do that, though, I have my watery bees. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I was going to put into this apiary instead of the forest drone. I have my watery bees. Now, keeping that in mind, actually, I might end up needing 4 industrial apiaries because I'm using these watery bees. They obviously need to be in water to function, and I need a lily pad, which of course needs to be in water to be planted. So what I'm going to do is kind of dig out a nice little pond over here that kind of connects up to the water that already exists, and then make like a little stream that kind of runs through here. I think that'll be really nice. So, yeah. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But first things first, I want to get these industrial apiaries made. But I would actually like to go ahead and repair my shovel. And it also looks like, wow, I have an absolute excess of apples and saplings. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a very large surplus of wood now. And charcoal and everything. So I think this refined firestone is just going to kind of chill here for now, because we've kind of gotten to the point where we need to start burning through our charcoal, which is good. We're not utilizing any of that power, so we are getting a nice big backlog. So yeah, once we get these Gendustry machines set up, we should be pretty good to go. So I can toss these in here now, and all these. Nice. Oh, it was such a pain to make stuff whenever you have no room in your applied energistic system, because it doesn't want to like craft things because it has nowhere to put them. Okay, so we need to repair my shovel real quick. Easy enough to do. Nice. All right, so let's get working on these industrial apiaries. Now, I did mention that these guys do need power, so we will have to deal with that, but we will deal with that whenever we start working on moving the bees around. For now, we're just going to kind of get everything in place, build up the habitats, and then go from there. So, not too terribly complicated, which is kind of nice, although we are going to need a lot of bronze. I should mention that. I think I am going to make 4 of these guys to start us off with. So how much bronze do I have? Whoa. Enough. Cool. Bee receptacles. Couple pistons. I'm probably good on pistons. I don't think I have any sturdy casings on hand. Nice. Wait, what? Oh, the bronze gears. Thermal foundation bronze gears are always the easier ones to make. So I think I need like 8 of these. I think that's correct. So let me toss all those guys in there. Industrial apiary, go. 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. I know how to math. Always a good thing to know how to math, especially when you're working with some of these more complicated mod packs that are coming out these days. Oh, man. All right, so industrial apiaries. They're not anything too terribly special coming out like right out of the box. They're not too special in comparison to a standard apiary. Where do we have? Okay, let's use this guy because he's not. Oh no, he is running. Let's use the tropical queen. By the way, we have plenty of vines now. Like I said, once these guys get going, once you have one, you have a million because they just continue to grow and grow and grow and grow. And actually, I'm going to take the opportunity to wait. Where am I? There we go. Take the opportunity to actually cut some of these down. Yeah, remember you need shears to break vines. So if you're messing around with your bees and you only have one set of vines and you have to move it, don't punch it, man. Just think before you punch your vines. Use shears or a silk touch tool. Pretty sure a silk touch tool works too. But anyway, as we were, so looking at the industrial apiary next to the regular apiary, we notice we have some RF requirements. Of course, 100,000 RF. There's no queen, no power, control always on. So this guy's always running. Ooh, looks pretty nifty. So yeah, it's got this big old RF thing over here. Obviously, like I mentioned many times, it does need power. Does it? Well, a Valiant Princess. Where did I grab that? Let's see if will they breed while they're in there. Nah, looks like okay. So they won't even breed without power. But it does say, hey, everything's good. So it's on, no power. Wow, 20 RF a tick. That's not too bad. And yeah, it also is able to read the temperature around it like this guy can. Except I don't think it's as specific. Yeah, it's not as specific. But with Gendustry, it doesn't really need to be as specific. Because if we scroll all the way to the last page, ooh, what are these things? You'll notice it has quite a few upgrades. Nice. So as with most bees, they're pretty particular with the stuff that they like. As you'll also notice, none of these bees are working right now. Even though they were working before it started raining. And they're like, you know what? I'm not about the rain. Even though I'm not being rained on directly and I'm in a safe spot and I'm actually not being rained on, they're still kind of not crazy about the rain. They don't like it. Lucky for us, though, we have these awesome industrial apiaries, which, look at that, seal upgrade, rain protection. Haha, that's perfect. That means we can make this guy not too expensive, just need some beeswax, which thankfully we already have a little bit of, some glass, and an upgrade frame, which also pretty cheap. Although we're going to go through a hefty amount of tin, I predict, making all these upgrade frames. But just like that, we could toss the seal upgrade in there, and then they won't care about the rain at all. You won't have to worry about breeding these guys to actually need to be immune to the rain or anything like that. You can just kind of do it with the industrial apiary. I will admit that kind of takes some of the functionality and kind of some of the funness out of bees, because it allows you to kind of skip some of the genetic engineering that you would need to do in order to make the bees, want to run and work in the rain and all that kind of stuff. But that's okay. It can get pretty tedious, and if you're constantly worried about the rain and stuff, it can be pretty much the worst thing ever. Now there are some cool things with forestry that we can do to deal with the rain, which I think we will do, just for the sake of kind of having it and showing it off, because it's pretty awesome. I will admit it's pretty neat. So we'll worry about that in the future episode, though. Right now we're going to try and get these habitats built and these apiaries all set up before we worry about that stuff. So let's get these princesses out of here, because we need to come back over here and do some terraforming. So give me a moment. I'm going to see about cutting away some of this earth, making a nice little pond, and then I'll come back and we can do some of the stream. Okay, so I am back, and I actually had a little bit of an idea. I'm over here with my awesome Silk Touch shovel, which has actually come in. It's become way more useful than I thought it was going to be, which is kind of nice. But I had a little bit of an idea. Shores in Minecraft, or at least things that kind of tend to be up against water, unless it's flush with the shore, it doesn't really look super great. So I thought I would try to do something kind of nifty with carpenter slopes. So first things first, though, I want to actually get the water down. And I'm going to actually raise the water level up just a little bit. I think that should be excellent. We'll see at least. I might have to do a little bit of... Oh, wait, no, it worked. Nice. Okay, so water level's up. It's nice and flowing off over in that direction. I think what I should do now is take these carpenter's blocks and do this. Now, again, I don't know if this will actually have the outcome that I'm looking for, but we'll see. What the... think you guys kind of have an idea of what I'm going for. Nice. Cool, I don't have to do it by hand. Well, it's kind of working, so I don't have to do this by hand. I thought I was going to have to bust out my hammer and mess around with these guys, but they seem to be playing along. So let me break these. Switch back to dirt. Get this in here. Ah. Very strong currents. Whoa, monster! No! God, those things are so spooky. Cool. Just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my dirt in here since my shovel is incredibly fast for whatever reason. All right, let's get some more shears down. Not shears, what? Water. Water. Okay, so my idea was to take these grass blocks? What the? Grass blocks. What is my issue today, man? Whew. See, this is what I get for recording early. Normally, I try to wait till the afternoon to record, so I'm like nice and awake and not drooling all over myself. But since Thanksgiving is tomorrow, which, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Since I won't have a video release, I won't have a modded Minecraft video release on Thanksgiving. I figured I would go out and say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Oh wait, Thanksgiving is like long past. Never mind. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving for me. Not necessarily for you guys watching. So just kidding. Just look at the cool. Just look at the cool grass. I did it again. Look at this cool grass. Exactly what I wanted to do. So these grass blocks, thankfully, show that they're tops. The top bit, not like the side. Like I was kind of worried that they would show like their side because they're kind of being placed on beside blocks, but apparently not. Go ahead and place that. Look at that. That looks freaking cool, dude. Oh, I love it. That actually looks really, really nice. So these guys are going to sit right here like this. And I'm going to have my industrial apiary for my water bees right there. Sweet. Now, I will admit it's going to be a little tricky to power this guy. Now, we can of course just like come in from the bottom. So, yeah, but it'll just be a little weird, I guess, to kind of get things going initially. So what I wanted to do is actually make a little stream that kind of goes from here all the way to the other side, or at least to this path. Again, I'm going to have a lot of my more personal work and everything kind of be over here, so I don't know how much I want to terraform this area, but I will definitely terraform this area. So because I'm not 100% sure how exactly I want to do this, and my trial and error phase tends to last a while, what I'm going to do is cut, do a little bit of messing around, come back, and kind of show you guys what I have in mind. Actually, you know what we can do while we're here? I know for a fact I want my water bees to be there. Like, I wrote some notes down. I want my meadows queen, and I want my forest queen, which I think is in here. No, it's her modest queen. There we go. My forest queen I want the stream to run through their little territory because they're going to have a few trees. They don't have too much special going on, but they are going to have, you know, some cool trees and all that stuff. So let me actually put industrial apiary right here and an industrial apiary right here. So those guys are going to be, or not industrial apiaries, my bad. My bad. I just want regular apiaries. So let me just grab all the apiaries and I can start placing these guys where I want them. So, yeah, so we have this guy right here. These guys aren't going to need power for a while, so it's not a big deal that they kind of sit off over to the side. It's also raining anyway, so they're not doing anything. Do I want you that close to the wall? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll move you guys out one. Now, I will mention, though, that these guys aren't going to need power, they are going to be hooked up to the same line, so I guess it's kind of irrelevant. But they are going to be hooked up to item transport, so yeah, kind of important. So anyway, we got our apiaries there for those guys. So let's put our bees in there. Forest queen. Go ahead and toss some drones in there. Meadows Queen, and you don't have any drones yet. So, I mean, I have some drones I can toss in there, just don't have any on me. So these guys are going to sit there. Whoa! Spooky. Spooky, spooky. Nice. And I think what I'm actually going to do is put over here in the corner, I'm going to have the jungle bees, because again, they sting. They sting, and it sucks. Like, it sucks a lot. To the point where it's actually really, really nice to have something that can kind of help you deal with the tropical bees stinging you. But it's cool because the tropical bees give you the propolis, which again, is pretty useful. Where'd they go? Where are my bees at? Wait, did you stay in here? No. Oh, there you are. I'm just blind. Okay. So again, no flower. Everything's horrible. So, not a big deal. So now that we kind of have the bee set up a little bit, yeah. Okay, so from the jungle guy, we're going to kind of move just a bit. Probably about right here. Oh, wait, I don't know why. Didn't mean to break that. What am I thinking? Right there, we're going to have our modest drone. Now, of course, around here, we're going to have some cactus. Oh, that's common. We're going to have some cactus. We're going to have, or cacti. We're going to have sand, you know, that whole thing. Maybe I'll even plop down, like, oil. Just like one little plot of oil. And then lastly, what did we have in this guy? Oh, this one is going to be my personal. Nice. My personal apiary that we're going to have our common bees in. Oh, get out of there. Nice. Water princess. Actually, I thought I tossed you in there. Oh, that's right. Okay. I have an extra water princess because she did not give me a drone when I broke her hive. What a bitch. Okay, so there we go. Those guys are in there. Good. We're good on beeswax. I can grab, I don't know, one of these Meadows drones. I don't know. Actually, I don't think I'm going to grab any of the Meadows drones because I don't know if any of these Meadows drones actually have any other traits associated with them. I don't know if I've bred them with, like, my forest drones or something. So I could scan them, but I'm not worried about that right now. I can worry about that later. So let us run on over here and get to work. All right, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and quick cut, do a little bit of terraforming, making a nice little water stream that kind of goes around here just a bit. I'm going to add some sand. I'm going to add some, I don't know what I should do for jungle. Maybe I should just, you know, actually for jungle, really good would be podzol. I don't know if that's in, oh, it is. Podzol, how do I make it? Spruce leaves and dirt. I can get it from a sludge boiler. I could actually use all that sludge. 1.1% is really crap, though. So I'm going to see about making some of this podzol. I'm going to see if I can't make any podzol. If not, no big deal. I would like to put podzol down here around the jungle, the little jungle habitat, but if I can't get a hold of any podzol, I'm not going to really sweat it. I mean, I could just get a bunch of leaves, but I only get one. Kind of sucks. I won't worry about the podzol for now. That could be something that I kind of work towards in the future. Well, let's see real quick. Do I have anything? No. Do I have any leaves at all? Nah. Oh, well. Well, I will be right back. All right. Looks kind of good so far. I like it. A little bit of trial and error here and there. I wasn't quite sure how exactly I wanted to incorporate the water stream, but I think it looks okay. I like it. I will say, though, that the episode is kind of getting to the point where we need to go ahead and close it out, but I wanted to kind of do some of the final touches with you dudes on camera. Mostly just filling up the rest of this pond. I'm going to go and I'm going to get more grass. I don't know, from somewhere. There's grass everywhere. I wasn't really thinking when I was breaking up all the everything to make the stream and the pond and stuff. Yeah, wasn't quite thinking about that one. Wasted a lot of their... Actually, I might have enough. Excuse me. Thank you. Nice. Just about enough. I also rearranged the location of some of the hives a little bit, and that reminds me, I had a little bit of excess room, and I kind of want, the habitats to make a little bit of sense in regards to who they're next to, and it kind of moving into more habitats. And I had a bit of a gap right here that I wasn't sure what, or rather right here, I wasn't sure who to put here. None of them really made sense because it's like in between the river and the like little pond, and then this little pond and the water bees. I'm like, what could possibly go here that makes sense? Forest doesn't make any sense. Meadows doesn't make any sense, and jungle and desert definitely doesn't make any sense. However, this guy right here, marshy hive, that makes sense. I think that makes perfect sense. Oh, mossy comb, nice. Did we really not get a drone? Oh my goodness, that is just my luck. I don't understand why I keep not getting drones. All right, so we have a marshy princess in there. I'll go find a marshy drone and go from there. I think I'm going to put Meadows princess. I'm going to move and put right there. Nice. Run over here. Forest guy is going to go right here in between the jungle biome, or the little jungle habitat, and wait, did I not get? Where's my princess? Oh, there you are. In between the jungle habitat and the desert habitat. I figured a forest would make, I don't know, more sense than meadows or marshy or nothing. So anyway, I think with that, I'm going to end the episode. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin. Be sure to pop in next episode. We're going to get to work as far as piping these guys up. I'm going to finish up the habitats. The beginning of the next episode is probably going to be me finishing up the habitats. Hopefully it doesn't take too long that it ends up eating up the whole episode. I don't think it will, but it might. I will say that. It might. So yeah, we're definitely going to finish up this habitat next episode, get everything nice and beautiful looking, make it look real nice, really cool, nice and bee, naturey, and really, really cool. It's going to be amazing, guys. You guys should definitely stop by and check it out. It's going to be good times. But if we end up kind of pulling through that kind of quickly, we're going to get started with kind of piping these guys up, hooking them all together, and seeing about finally getting some cool bee stuff going. We've done a little bit of bee stuff, but not actually anything too much directly related to the bees themselves. So thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin, and I will see you next time. Bye.